We're done now.
National champions, Vegas Knights!
Little League World Series United Champions, Summerlin South All-Stars!
I talk about it's big, having a village behind you no matter what you do, and the village in Vegas is amazing.
Just to watch the community transform and become more of a community than it ever was before.
There's 6,000 teams across the country. To just represent Nevada and get there was a big deal, but to battle through the rest of the United States was unbelievable, and we'll remember it forever.
From Channel 13, this is Vegas Locker Room, sponsored by Active Plumbing and Air Conditioning.
Hail to the champions! The college football season has officially kicked off nationwide, and we're 1 week away from the Las Vegas Raiders opening their regular season. Hey, thanks for joining us tonight on Vegas Locker Room. I'm Taylor Rocha.
And I'm Nick Walters. We'll get to that stuff later, but first, we got to congratulate our local teams that were crowned as national champions over the last week.
Las Vegas is already home to Stanley Cup champions, WNBA champions, and this week, indoor football champs, and the best Little League team in America just joined the list.
Let's freaking go. The Summerlin South All-Stars returned home as U.S. champions this week, despite losing to Chinese Taipei in the final game of the Little League World Series last weekend.
And while it wasn't the magical ending Summerlin was looking for, the team was still the first from Nevada to win the U.S. championship.
Well, it's been a week of celebrations for the team, starting with quite the welcoming party for the team at the airport on Monday. The squad couldn't even make it to their gate before being met with an outpouring of support and congratulations. Family members and community members alike gathering to welcome home the national champs. And that love poured out past security doors and into baggage claim. I got the chance to catch up with some of those All-Stars who say they'll always remember their magical run in Williamsport, and Las Vegas uniting to root them on is a giant cherry on top.
It feels really good to know that we have like a backbone, and it was really sad to lose in the championship, but we're still U.S. champions, and it's just great to know that everybody knows that and that knows about what we're capable of winning.
This was quite the experience. Like, all of the stuff that we got to do at Pennsylvania was just crazy, and it was my favorite experience out of all of the times I've been able to play baseball.
We all remember seeing that moment right here, the emotions, the tears of joy from Garrett Gallegos' season-saving 3-run shot against South Carolina set the stage for last Saturday's revenge win over Connecticut to stake their claim as the best Little League team in America.
Las Vegas' newest celebs paid a trip to Channel 13. Ethan Robertson and Mason Schutte, 2 of the 12 hometown heroes who represented our valley with pride in Williamsport. They sat down with Nick to talk about their unforgettable Little League journey.
What did that mean to you, Ethan, when your team had the entire state rallying for you?
You know, I mean, it kind of helped to just know that I have support back home and that everybody who I'm playing for.
It means a lot to me, and I've seen it through all our photos, videos, and what my mom and dad have sent me so far.
What was your favorite memory from Williamsport?
My favorite memory was meeting the Japan kids and playing ping pong against every state and country.
Hang out with all the different people and learn some new languages and be able to play ping pong and have fun with other people.
So are you better at ping pong or baseball now?
And baseball.
I can tell, given you guys are in this studio for this reason, right?
A great interview, Nick. Well, their homecoming was already a whirlwind of celebrations and recognitions, but 2 days after arriving at the airport, it would get even sweeter.
No doubt about it. I like the pun there with the donuts. On Wednesday, our Vegas community and all those people in downtown Summerlin got the chance to get on their feet and root on the All-Stars like their families did in Williamsport. A parade through downtown Summerlin included mascots from Vegas pro teams, cheerleaders and marching bands from local schools, and Backstreet Boys singer Nick Carter. And the boys of the hour were perched atop their red, white, and blue float, rolling down a street lined with thousands of locals. It's a moment that for our valley feels bigger than Little League.
Little League World Series United Champions, Summerlin South Little League!
I thought it was awesome. It was
The kids couldn't ask for more. I mean, it's just a carryover. They're little rock stars. I mean, this is how they were treated in Williamsport, and just saw their faces. They were so thrilled.
How proud are you of those boys?
Super proud. They did really good. Amazing just to see them, how hard they work and how motivated they are to win and be national champions.
Even I feel motivated by those boys, Taylor. Hey, it's a special evening that these boys and our Southern Nevada baseball community won't soon forget. And the team's final destination that night would be where it started in Williamsport, the baseball diamond.
Yeah, in the third inning of Wednesday night's Aviators game, the Summerlin South All-Stars took center stage, introduced to a loud ovation from the crowd. But the celebration didn't stop there. Players lined up in the dugout to congratulate the U.S. champs, who then spent the rest of the night enjoying the sweet life high above the field, soaking in every moment of their homecoming honors.
I'm going to tell my kids when I'm older that try to get them into it, and maybe I'd go back there another time. It would be awesome.
Oh my God. Well, your dad went on the trip with you. What was that like?
Yes, it was awesome. I'm super happy that my dad is a coach, because I like some parents yell at kids after they strike out or something. But my dad, he doesn't yell at me after I strike out. But if I'm pouting or something, then he'll get kind of mad. But he's just awesome. He's an awesome dad.
Aww, no crying in baseball, right?
Yes, no crying in baseball.
What happened when the cameras were off?
Party.
What does a party look like when you're 12?
Pizza, soda, lots of that stuff.
They certainly are rock stars, and I got to ask some of these kids, hey, you're going back to school now. What do you think about that? And they're like, well, I'm going to be a celebrity at school now. That's going to be pretty cool.
I was talking to one kid. He's like, I'm a little stressed out about homework. That has to be a crazy transition. You're on ESPN one day, back sitting at your desk the next. What a special time for these boys. Congratulations again. We really, really can't say it enough.
And of course, shout out to the other teams that set up this foundation for them to make the run, like Mountain Ridge in 2014 and Paseo Verde and Henderson making that run last year. And finally, Summerlin South becoming that first Nevada team to win the U.S. championship game.
I think we not done yet.
That was the battle cry for the Nighthawks this postseason. But like it says here, they're done now. The Nighthawks are officially IFL champions, celebrating their title with fans at the M Resort earlier this week. Our Alex Eschelman takes you inside the victory party that capped off a season to remember.
The Vegas Nighthawks are having a party inside Vegas locker room as they're flocking together with fans here at M Resort to celebrate their first ever Indoor Football League championship.
For your 2025 national champions, Vegas Nighthawks!
I talk about it's big, having a village behind you no matter what you do, and the village in Vegas is amazing.
We're champions. How's it feel?
It feels amazing, fantastic. We've been here since day one.
You've been with this team since the first game.
Yeah, since day one. It's a very personable team, personable fan base. Everybody knows everybody. I'm very, very proud of the team. I'm very, very proud of all the players.
What is special about this team to you? What do they bring to your life?
Happiness and inclusivity. You know, we get to actually go. It's affordable.
You have been to every single game since the beginning. What has this team brought to your life?
Oh, so much joy and a sense of community.
And you went to the championship game. Describe the moment that they won.
Everything just exploded. And, you know, everybody was jumping up and down, and it was wonderful, and I was crying.
For anybody who doesn't watch the Vegas Nighthawks, tell them why they should.
You're missing a whole lot. This is amazing. I'm telling you, indoor football is exciting, exhilarating. I mean, you have to be there. They come out and speak to their fans. They take the time. Even when they're tired, they really love and really appreciate us.
The rally cry all throughout playoffs was, "We not done yet," coined by you, and now we can say,
we're done now.
We do this for you guys and these young men up here on the stage, and now the real work starts. So we need to just going forward, if you guys can continue to pack Lee's Family Forum and make it as tough as it can.
The Nighthawks return for their 2026 season back at Lee's Family Forum this coming March. I'm Alex Eschelman reporting for Vegas Locker Room.
The City of Champions, congratulations to those Nighthawks. Now from the IFL to the NFL, we are just a week away from the Las Vegas Raiders kicking off their first season under head coach Pete Carroll, and they'll be doing so with a familiar face on the opposing sideline, traveling to face former Las Vegas head coach Josh McDaniels and the New England Patriots. When the Silver and Black take the field in Foxborough, it will be the first Raiders game action for one of the team's former stars in Oakland. Wide receiver Amari Cooper signed with the Raiders earlier this week, the team's 4th overall pick in 2015. Since being traded to the Cowboys for a first-round pick in 2018, Cooper has went on to play for the Browns and the Bills. It's a reunion for Cooper in a new city, but still the same autumn wind.
I mean, the Raiders is the Raiders, right? Whether they're in LA, Oakland, or Vegas. It's a good feeling, feels like a full circle moment. So I'm excited about the opportunity for sure, and I'm ready to embrace it.
And we're excited to see him. At age 31, Cooper will look to show that, per his own words, he's still got plenty of juice left. And GM John Spytek says he'll be a big part of the game plan as early as week 1.
Well, for one player, it was a change of scenery, a brand new opportunity. Kenny Pickett's NFL journey has been anything but ordinary. A first-round pick, a Super Bowl champion, and now in the desert, a second chance. After Aiden O'Connell's preseason wrist injury, the Raiders traded a 5th-round pick to Cleveland for Pickett, who's now embracing a fresh start in silver and black. The call came late. The flight left early, and Kenny Pickett's new reality began before the sun came up.
I was up at 4 a.m. on a flight. As soon as I landed, physical, into meetings, into practice. There's not much time to think, so it's just go, which kind of is better. You don't have time to sit there and think about what's going on. You're just reacting and being a football player.
The Raiders' new backup QB tells me a familiar face has made the transition a little easier.
What have been your early impressions of working with Gino?
Yeah, Gino's awesome. We got to work together every day in the off season. He was like kind of my training partner. We were pushing each other every day. It's really funny now that we're teammates and we're kind of picking up right where we left off.
And along with that connection, the 27-year-old journeyman arrives with lessons from the reigning Super Bowl champions.
He's got Smith for an Eagles touchdown.
They showed me, just the process to become a champion. There are no questions on what the standard is. If a guy gets out of line a little bit, the whole team's there to stop him back in and we're going again.
Now he joins Pete Carroll, a Super Bowl winning coach who's been there too.
Dominant performance.
Coach is awesome, man. He's got a lot of energy. He keeps it lively and you just want to go out there and cut it loose because that's the kind of coach he is.
But after a journey that's included learning 3 playbooks in 12 months, Carroll says what really defines Pickett now is the chip on his shoulder.
Well, anybody's been traded as much as he has. That chip, that he carries that chip, I think he's got a traveling bag with it. He made a really good first impression out here. Really comfortable, has picked stuff up amazingly fast.
I'm taking it very seriously to be ready to go out there, whatever happens and be ready to perform.
Now, while the Raiders added Cooper, Pickett, and some other players this week, like every other NFL franchise, they saw many losses. The team cut down their team to a final 53 game day roster and a 17-man practice squad. Players that the team cut ties with included rookie wide receiver Tommy Mellott, offensive tackle Thayer Munford, and linebacker Amari Gaynor. It was Spytek's first cut down as a GM, and while he had to make some tough conversations, he's happy with where the team's at.
Being on the same page with Pete and making sure it's what's best for the Raiders. Pete and I have had since the start a great communication between us. We've got great staffs that support us and feel, I think, empowered to tell us what they think. And so any move that we make, you can bet that Pete and I have talked a lot about it, which means our staffs have talked a lot about it too. And we've done it because we feel like it's in the best for the Raiders.
Now, competition is the name of the game for this new regime, and that's sure to continue through the whole season.
Well, coming up, the Aces are hot, hot, hot. With 4 games left in the season, we catch up with a broadcaster to talk about the team's recent success.
Plus, their ballpark is still years away from completion, but could we see the Athletics in Las Vegas next year? Stay with us.
Welcome back. Well, the Aces are rolling, tying a franchise record with 12 straight wins this week. Wednesday's win over the Atlanta Dream moved Las Vegas into 2nd place in the WNBA standings. Our Alex Eschelman sat down with Aces broadcaster Ann O'Neill to talk about the team's success as the regular season winds down.
12th straight win, tying their franchise record that was set in 2012 with the San Antonio Stars. It wasn't even in Vegas at the time. They essentially turned their season around in the month of August. They were 14-14 and then all of a sudden they finished this month 12-1. What impresses you most?
So many things, but I would say just their resiliency. And Coach Becky Hammond talks about that a lot, of like their grit, their toughness, of how they were able to turn it around when they were 500. I mean, it was just a few weeks ago, we were looking at the playoff line and worried that they were going to not make the playoffs. And that's the top 8 teams in the WNBA. So when you have a leader like Asia Wilson, who has literally put the team on her back and exponentially grown her stats over this time, put her name right at the top of the MVP race.
And they have about a week break before facing the top team in the league, Minnesota. That was, of course, their last loss at the beginning of August before they went on this run. How important is that game?
It's very important for a number of reasons, because that was their last loss, but it was also a historic loss where they lost by 53 points, and it was embarrassing on national TV. I mean, Coach Becky Hammond says that, so I feel okay saying that word. And, you know, Asia has said that too, where she said, if you're not embarrassed by this game, don't come back to the gym. We don't need you. Right. And so that's where everything's turned around. It's going to be at T-Mobile, where there's going to be a ton of fans. It's going to be about, hey, how do we measure up as we start looking towards the playoffs? So it's a big game for a lot of different reasons, but nice that they have about a week break to kind of recalibrate, get off this 3-game road trip that they were just on, get back at home and chill, and then take on the Lynx, and then Chicago a couple of games, and then they finish off at LA against the Sparks.
And thank you.
Oh, yeah.
So excited. We're right around the corner from postseason play. It's
Can't
wait.
wait. Thanks for having me.
The Aces now have a week off before facing the Minnesota Lynx September 4th at T-Mobile Arena. You can catch the game on The Spot, Vegas 34, with pregame coverage starting at 6:30.
Let's go Aces. All right, moving on to the Diamond. Locals got an update on the status of the athletics ballpark this week. The team and Mortensen McCarthy construction team joining forces at the Rio for a project update. The club broke ground on the Tropicana site this June, and they say they are on track for the grand opening in 2028. A's president Mark Bedane telling us they are making steady progress.
There's been a lot of foundation work, so I think we've now drilled about 700 of the piles, so everything that you don't see but that holds up the building. So all that's going on. There's some concrete work about to go, and then we'll start to go vertical in the next couple weeks. You'll start to see the project come over the fence line at Tropicana, and you'll start to see the frame and the structure of the building will start to come to life over the next couple months.
I cannot wait to see the final product of this ballpark. You can track the progress of the A's ballpark with their construction cam showcasing live updates of the process at ballparkexperience.athletics.com/ballparkcam.
Major League Baseball dropped next season schedule in Vegas. You're getting real A's baseball. Before their ballpark is even finished, the A's will host back-to-back series at Las Vegas Ballpark June 8th through 14th, taking on the Brewers and Rockies. It'll be the first time regular season games land here, though the A's are no stranger to the park thanks to Big League Weekend every spring. Well, coming up, hockey season. We're almost here. We've got the full slate of games you can catch this year on The Spot, Vegas 34.
And the Raiders are honoring a local high school football coach after his team opened the season with a win over the defending 4A state champs. Stay with us. Welcome back. Calling all Raiders fans. The Black Hole is celebrating 30 years of the iconic fan club with a 3-act event on Fremont Street ahead of the Raiders home opener on September 15th. The Fandemonium on Fremont event begins at 8 p.m. It's for all ages and it's free and open to the public. It will feature live music, DJs, giveaways, prizes, and more.
Congratulations to this week's recipient of our Tom Flores Coach of the Week Award.
You heard Mad Max. Congratulations to Foothill head coach Vernon Brown, named the Tom Flores High School Coach of the Week after his team beat defending 4A state champ Mojave in just their second game of the season. Each week, the Raiders will honor a local coach with a $1,000 donation to their football program, a big win on the field and for the program. Now we have to take a moment for the biggest sports headline of the week, Nick, whether you want to or not. I could just, oh my God, like I could just stare at these photos for the rest of the night, guys. Wow.
It's a big moment for all of us, not just Swifties, but even for football guys, because the biggest celebrity in the world is marrying a football guy. Huge win.
Huge win for football guys everywhere. Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce getting married, announcing their engagement on social media on Tuesday. I feel like this is going to be our generation's version of like, where were you when you found out that Taylor and Travis were getting married? I mean, just look at this. Look at that. The florals, are you kidding me?
We were at our desk, and I actually broke the news to our colleague Alex Eschelman, and she audibly yelled when she saw the photo because she is a self-proclaimed Swiftie.
As am I.
Not, but I totally understand
What's
where
your
everyone's coming
favorite
from.
Taylor Swift song, Nick?
Ooh, okay.
Don't be that guy and say you don't have one.
It's got to be the Romeo and Juliet. What was that?
I don't know.
Romeo
I think you have to sing it. You might have to sing it for me.
See, I'm a John Mayer fan, and I don't think Swifties would appreciate that. But listen, it is Las Vegas. This might be the only time we're actually talking positively about a Kansas City Chief in Travis Kelce, but it's very well merited because they're a cute couple, I'm not going to lie.
Okay, at least I'll give you that. You know, you can admit when you think something cute. And hey, if you're a Swiftie who loves hockey here at home, the Vegas Golden Knights have the perfect game for you. Fans can now get a special ticket package for Nights of a Showgirl, celebrating the upcoming release of Taylor's new album, Life of a Showgirl. The package includes a pregame performance at Hyde Lounge featuring a Taylor Swift impersonator, plus a custom VGK friendship bracelet stack, all before the Knights take on the San Jose Sharks at 7 p.m.
Better than a Justin Bieber impersonator, right? Well, preseason hockey returns in less than a month. And today, the Vegas Golden Knights announced broadcast info for the upcoming season. 69 games will be available on Scripps Sports and the Spot Vegas 34, with 15 games being nationally televised on either ESPN or Turner Sports. This is the third season of the broadcast partnership between the Golden Knights and Scripps Sports. The VGK opened preseason action in San Jose against the Sharks on September 21st. And I cannot wait to see Mitch Marner in a Golden Knights jersey. There's so much to look forward to with this VGK season, and we'll have you locked in right here for all of it on Channel 13 and Vegas 34.
Absolutely. And hey, we got Raiders, we got college football. It really never slows down in this market, Nick.
I cannot. I'm about to run through a brick wall right now. Raiders at Patriots, and they're going to be coming home playing on prime time. Oh, this is just the best time of year.
It really is, Nick. I am so excited for all of our viewers for tuning into the show. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week.